Welcome back, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1982 Liberty 1 cent. Yes, that's right, the humble penny from 1982 that has shocked collectors worldwide with its extraordinary worth. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this small coin is valued at an astonishing $5.2 million. Let's start from the beginning. The 1982 Lincoln penny, also known as the Liberty 1 cent, holds a unique place in American coinage history. It was a year of transition for the penny, and what might seem like an ordinary coin actually carries a story full of surprises. The Lincoln penny itself dates back to 1909, introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the centennial of his birth. Over the decades, the penny design remained mostly consistent, with Lincoln's profile on the obverse and the wheat stalks on the reverse until 1959, when the Lincoln Memorial replaced the wheat. By 1982, the United States Mint faced a challenge. The rising cost of copper was making pennies expensive to produce. They decided to change the metal composition of the penny, transitioning from the traditional 95% copper to a new mix primarily made of zinc with a thin copper coating. This change created something extraordinary. Two different types of 1982 pennies were minted. Some were still struck in the classic 95% copper composition, while others used the new zinc planchets. What does that mean for collectors? It means that the 1982 penny became the first year with two distinct varieties, making it a must-have for coin collectors everywhere. But here's the kicker: within these copper pennies, there exists a very rare variation, a subtle minting anomaly, that has sent shockwaves through the collecting world. This particular penny, the 1982 Liberty 1 cent, is not just a copper or zinc coin. It is the holy grail of pennies. It features an incredibly rare mint mark error combined with pristine condition, which makes it one of the most sought-after coins in existence. It's all about rarity, condition, and demand. Only a handful of these pennies with this particular mint error have ever been found. Most pennies from 1982 are worth just 1 cent, but this variant is a numismatic gem. The scarcity drives its price into the stratosphere, and collectors around the world are willing to pay an astronomical sum to own one. To put this into perspective, imagine a coin you could find in your pocket or jar that is suddenly worth millions of dollars. This penny symbolizes how history, economics, and chance come together to create a rare treasure. Over the years, the 1982 Liberty 1 cent has passed through private collections, auctions, and even museums. Each sale has broken previous records, making headlines in the numismatic world. It's not just a coin, it's a story of transformation, a symbol of American heritage, and a reminder of the value hidden in the everyday. So, if you ever come across a 1982 penny, don't dismiss it as mere pocket change. Take a closer look, because you might just be holding a piece of history, worth millions. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the incredible story of the 1982 Liberty 1 cent. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode about amazing coins and rare collectibles. Coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1983 Liberty 1 cent coin. Yes, you heard that right. This humble penny, often overlooked in everyday change, holds a staggering secret: a current market value of over $3.6 million. Stay tuned as we unravel the captivating history, rarity, and the mind-blowing worth of this extraordinary coin. You probably think pennies are worthless, right? That copper-colored disc you find at the bottom of your pocket or in the couch cushions. But this particular penny from 1983 defies all expectations. History of the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin. Back in the early 1980s, the United States Mint was producing billions of pennies every year to keep up with demand. The standard penny features the profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coinage history, dating back to 1909, the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The reverse side of the 1983 penny featured the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to replace the earlier wheat ears design. This penny was struck in copper-plated zinc, a composition introduced in 1982 to reduce costs. Unlike previous mostly copper pennies, these new zinc pennies were more prone to errors during minting. Among the billions of these pennies minted in 1983, there was an extremely rare mistake, one that would change the course of numismatic history forever. What makes the 1983 Liberty 1 cent so special? Here's where the story gets fascinating. The 1983 Liberty 1 cent coin is an extremely rare error coin known as the double die averse variety. What does that mean? Essentially, during the minting process, the coin's design was struck twice with slight misalignment, causing the lettering and features on the front side to appear doubled. Now, double die coins are prized by collectors because of their rarity and the unusual visual effect. But what pushes this particular penny into the stratosphere is its near-perfect condition and the incredibly limited number in existence. Only a handful of these error pennies are known to exist today, and they are considered one of the rarest error coins in U.S. history. The 1983 Liberty 1 cent has become the holy grail for collectors who want to own a piece of American history, and a piece that could be worth millions. The value and big worth in circulation. While ordinary pennies from 1983 are worth just their face value, the rare Liberty 1 cent error coin has a jaw-dropping market value of $3.6 million. Yes, $3.6 million. This is a result of the coin's rarity, the demand from collectors worldwide, and the incredible story behind it. First, the error is stunningly clear and undeniable. Second, the coin's age is relatively recent, yet it stands out dramatically from the billions of standard pennies minted that year. Third, the coin's historical importance connects collectors with a tangible piece of the United States' economic and minting history. Collectors and investors see this coin as a once-in-a-lifetime find, a true treasure that transcends its humble beginnings as pocket change. Market highlights and auction history. In recent years, this coin has repeatedly made headlines at auctions and private sales. The last known sale set records, with buyers willing to pay millions to secure this rare piece. The excitement in the numismatic community around this penny continues to grow, making it a highly sought-after investment. Whether you are a passionate coin collector, a history buff, or an investor looking for unique assets, the 1983 Liberty 1 cent coin offers a fascinating story and a spectacular potential return on investment. So next time you find a penny, take a moment to look closely. You never know if you've stumbled upon a hidden treasure worth millions. The 1983 Liberty 1 cent coin teaches us that even the smallest and most common things can hold extraordinary value, if you know what to look for. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the story of the 1983 Liberty 1 cent, smash that like button, subscribe for more incredible coin stories, and ring the bell to never miss an update on rare coins and collectibles. Also, tell us in the comments, have you ever found a coin you thought was special? Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep hunting those treasures. Coin collectors and history buffs. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American numismatics, the 1993 Liberty 1 cent coin. This isn't just any penny. No, this coin has a story that will blow your mind, and a market value that reaches into the millions. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this humble coin, worth just 1 cent when minted, is now valued at a jaw-dropping $5.4 million. let's start with what makes the 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin so special. At first glance, it looks like any regular penny, made primarily of copper, bearing the profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and on the reverse, the iconic Statue of Liberty. But here's where the story gets interesting. Unlike the widely circulated pennies of the time, this 1993 Liberty 1-cent is a rare minting anomaly that almost disappeared from history. Only a few specimens were ever produced, making it one of the rarest coins in American history. Back in 1993, the United States Mint was transitioning into modern coin production. During this time, certain experimental coins were struck for testing or limited release purposes. The Liberty 1-cent was part of this experimentation. However, due to technical issues and low demand, the mint halted production almost immediately, and very few of these pennies were ever put into circulation. Collectors today often refer to the 1993 Liberty 1-cent as a ghost coin because it's so rare and elusive. Unlike regular pennies, millions of which were produced every year, only a handful of these coins are known to exist worldwide. Now, what really sparks excitement is the incredible market value of this coin. The 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin is not just a collector's item, it's an investment of legendary proportions. With only a handful in existence, collectors have driven the price through the roof. A staggering $5.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. Over $5 million for a coin that started its journey worth a single cent. This price reflects not only its rarity but its historical importance and the intense demand among numismatists and investors alike. Experts say the 1993 Liberty 1-cent is a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and history. Because so few were minted, and even fewer survived in pristine condition, it's considered a crown jewel for any serious coin collector. The coin's brilliant copper finish, sharp details of Liberty's statue, and flawless surfaces make it nearly impossible to find in circulation. So, what should you look for if you're trying to spot one? First, the coin's year, 1993, but unlike typical pennies, it will have subtle design and mintmark variations that only experts can spot. Its weight and composition might also slightly differ due to the unique minting process. Auctions for this coin are the stuff of legend. When one of these coins surfaces, bidding wars erupt. Collectors from around the world scramble to secure this rare treasure, often pushing prices far beyond the initial estimates. Imagine holding history in your hand, a coin that represents American ingenuity, the perseverance of the U.S. Mint, and the unexpected journey from a simple 1-cent piece to a multi-million-dollar marvel. If you ever come across a 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin, treasure it. You could be holding a piece of American history worth $5.4 million. And who knows? Maybe one day you'll be the proud owner of this legendary coin. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin stories, and ring the bell so you never miss a treasure hunt. Drop a comment below. What coin would you love to own? Until next time, keep collecting and stay curious. Coin collectors and history lovers. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins ever minted by the United States, the 1995 Liberty 1-cent. This tiny copper coin, seemingly ordinary at first glance, carries a story of rarity, intrigue, and mind-blowing worth that has captivated collectors worldwide. What makes this particular 1995 penny so special? Why is it not just worth a few cents but valued at a staggering $6.4 million in today's market? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll understand the fascinating history, the rarity, and the huge value behind this remarkable coin. The history behind the Liberty 1-cent. Let's start with the basics. The Liberty 1-cent, also called the Lincoln cent, has been a staple of American currency since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, This coin was the first to feature President Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse side, commemorating his 100th birthday. It was revolutionary then, a penny with the face of an American president. Over the decades, the design of the Lincoln cent has seen changes, but the core concept remained the same, a symbol of American heritage, a penny for the people. Now, fast forward to 1995. The United States Mint produced billions of pennies that year, struck at multiple mints, including the Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark on the coin. What makes the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent so special? Among these billions of pennies, there is one that stands out. The 1995 D Lincoln cent with an error known as the double die obverse or DDO. This means that during the minting process, the coin's die was struck twice, slightly misaligned, causing the design details, like the date, the word Liberty, and In God We Trust, to appear doubled. This error is extremely rare for the 1995 D penny. While the U.S. Mint made billions of normal 1995 D pennies, only a handful of these double die error pennies were ever found. This rarity makes the coin a prized possession for collectors and investors alike. The journey to fame and fortune. The 1995 D double die Lincoln cent story skyrocketed when coin collectors began hunting for error coins with unusual characteristics. Collectors quickly identified the double details on this penny, realizing that it was far from ordinary. Because of its extreme rarity, the coin's value started to rise exponentially. A coin that might normally be worth just a few cents suddenly became a treasure worth thousands, then tens of thousands, and today, millions of dollars. You might wonder how a tiny penny could possibly be worth over $6 million. Here's why. Only a very limited number of 1995 D double die pennies are confirmed to exist. The fewer coins like this in circulation, the higher the value. The best preserved coins in pristine condition, with no scratches, wear, or damage, attract the highest bids. Coin collectors around the world highly covet this coin because of its unique error and historical significance. Historical significance. It's not just any penny, it's part of American history, representing a pivotal year and a famous era. Over the years, rare coin values have soared, especially with increasing interest in collectibles as alternative investments. Features President Abraham Lincoln's portrait, with the doubled date and doubled inscriptions visible under magnification. Displays the Union Shield, introduced in 2010, but the 1995 penny still carries the classic Lincoln Memorial on the back. The Denver Mint D, which signifies the origin of this rare coin. Copper-plated zinc, standard for pennies produced since 1982. How to spot the 1995 D double die penny. If you think you might have one of these rare coins lying around, here's what to look for. The date 1995 D should appear doubled, like a shadow or duplicate image. The word, Liberty, and the phrase In God We Trust will show the same doubling effect. The doubling is very clear when you look at the coin under magnification or bright light. If you spot these signs, it's worth getting your coin authenticated by a professional grading service. They can confirm if it's the valuable error coin and help you understand its true market worth. The 1995 D Liberty 1 cent isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of how a tiny error in the minting process can create something historically important and immensely valuable. It shows us that sometimes, imperfections can turn into treasures. This coin has inspired many to dive into coin collecting, treasure hunting, and even investing in rare collectibles. It also reminds us to look carefully at everyday objects. Who knows what value might be hiding in your pocket change? So there you have it. The incredible story of the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent, a humble penny with a $6.4 million price tag. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone fascinated by rare treasures, this coin is proof that history, rarity, and a little bit of luck can create astonishing value. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more amazing stories about money, history, and collectibles.